Let me say this, bro. The worst loss of a good woman is whenever she's still physically there. That's the worst loss of a good woman. Mm-hmm. Because what's happening then is one thing if she just leave you, like, you know, I'm done with you or whatever. Mm-hmm. But whenever you lose that good woman, but she's still there, it's like, man, she loves me so much and loved me so much. Mm-hmm. She still wants to be here. Mm-hmm. But even she can't grasp her old self in the way that she saw me, in the way that she opened up to me like she did before. So now every day, it ain't like when she leave you and it's like, dang, I lost her. I don't, you know, she go with another dude, I'm gonna get another girl. It's like, I gotta see her fight this battle for her old self, for her ability to love me and lose every day. I gotta see her fight for the safety that she once felt whenever she looked at me and lose, because now she looks at me as somebody who can traumatize her all over again. Right. Every trigger, every conversation that she bring up to throw something back in your face is her losing the battle because you made her fight that battle, because you lost your own battle internally. Yep. And I think a lot of us don't know that loss. Yeah. Because you still love her, but now you helpless to help her because you hurt her. And that's the real loss of a good woman. And
you know what else? Looking at her there every day is a constant reminder where you failed.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that don't get enough credence as well. Like, man, like our top priority, especially when we run into a woman we really love. I'm not talking about a nigga that's out there running through chicks or whatever. I'm talking about you done ran into a woman you really value. Our top priority is taking care of this woman. Our top priority is making this woman happy, right? Our top priority is building this woman up. But when we done broke her, and when you done broke a woman, if you done never been there, you can see it in her eyes. You can see it in her body movements. You can see it in just how she carry herself. And then when she doesn't leave, that's a constant reminder of your faith. Every time you look at her, you get a reminder of how I'm not living up to the bill. And that shit, I think, crushes a man more than her actually leaving. So I agree 100% with what you're saying.
Yeah, and on the part about having a face card, just really, man, being a highly or more than average desired man, it kind of cripples you, man, in terms of your development, or it can rather, because you never have to face the part of you that's the problem. Right. Because you always got something to fall back on. The moment that it gets really tough, really uncomfortable, your ego gets checked or whatever, you can always go and move on to another woman. You can blame this woman that you're talking to, because y'all still in the talking stage, and go get another woman. So you never have to check that. But whenever you get into a relationship and you get confronted with that version of you or that aspect of you that is the problem, you always think that you're right. You know, you shut down when it's time to communicate. Come on. You've developed zero tools to deal with that. And so what do? We blame the other person. Right. That resentment, again, can brainwash you, bro, and make you think that good woman ain't ish, when the real thing is you're not being a good man. Because regardless if she's a good or not, it shouldn't change who you are. If you're not going to be that to her, cool, because you feel like she ain't deserving of you. But if you feel like, you know, now she talking crazy or she shouldn't, whatever she's doing that's hurting your feelings, it's going to change your character as a man. Your character was flimsy to begin with. And so we don't realize that. When we break a woman, we do all of these bad things, we can have the shame, but I also want a lot of us to understand, well, what is the road forward? It's not the shame, it's because you can't shame yourself into a higher version of yourself. Yeah. You can shame the action so that you don't have any more affinity for it. But now to really correct that, you got to look at yourself and say, okay, in certain aspects of my character and my integrity, my strength, I'm the problem. Even when I was pissed off at her, it should have never made me do nothing. Because let me keep it real with y'all, dog. Like, if your homeboy, say a hypothetical homeboy that you don't know, say, man, the girl talking shit to me, so I went out and I sucked some dick. What you gonna say?
I'm gonna say,
hey, bro, let me tell you something, dog. Hey, whoa. You know, if you his boy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, I ain't trying to be homophobic. Right. But you gotta live your truth. Right. That ain't got shit to do with that girl. Right. I don't care how somebody talk to me. I'm not going to do something I ain't gonna be doing. Clearly that was in you. And that's the part a lot of us, and myself, I'm talking to me, bro. Like, I remember being in my relationship, like, man, she blah, 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 blah. She ain't doing this or she's doing that wrong. And now I'ma do, instead of saying, it's in me to even do that while I'm married. Right. Right. Why is that still on the table? Why is that still an option? I haven't addressed that, and that's not good enough. That doesn't honor my vows. That's not a good example for my kids. And it's a lot of guys, and I'm not coming down. I'm really trying to express this for men who don't want to blow up their family to learn this, to lose a good woman while she's physically there to know this and learn this. It's like, bro, y'all having conflict right now. You all heavy on blaming her, especially if you think you about to start moving how you used to move, since she don't appreciate this good version of you. Right? Humbly and respectfully, I say this, man, you are the problem. Right? If you getting away from your masculine frame because your woman is responding to you or whatever she responding to in a way that you don't like and it's hurtful or whatever it is that you're resorting to is a part of your character. Right. That's the real problem.
Yeah, I agree. I think probably the biggest thing is that men think we can do both in terms of how we move outside compared to how we move in a relationship. We feel like we can separate them. Yeah. And I think a lot of times we fumble the bag and fail to realize that when we move like that, now we got one foot in, one foot out of the relationship. Just like you said earlier, it's real easy when you got a face card and you got 100 women on to your left willing to do whatever it is that you want at the drop of a dime. What that causes you to do is now you start comparing your woman, who's there 24/7, to a woman who is going to be there for 30 minutes.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So that's when shit get complicated. But we think we can juggle both. You can't juggle both. It got to be 2 feet in order for the relationship to work. And I think a lot of times it takes for us to bump our head to learn that. You see what I'm saying?
We wish it didn't. And I'm another part of that statistic where it did. But let me say this, bro. A lot of times we looking at them other women and we comparing our woman, but we're not accounting for the damage we've already incurred on our woman. So we got this woman over here on the outside. And it's an illusion, bro. If you're not emotionally intelligent or if you ain't gone through some of the shit some of us are going through, you don't know that, well, she's unscathed. Right. As far as me and her go, I ain't broke her trust. I ain't lost her respect. I ain't humiliated her and made her look crazy. So, yeah, she talked to me like I'm a king. But I've been a whole ass clown to this woman right here. Right. And when I get mad at her for treating me as such, I'm blaming her when really she's only a reflection of how I've been treating her. That's a fact. Them fruits of how she talked to me or how much she don't want to be close to me, man, that was coming from the seeds of my behavior. Right. Right. And so again, we take ourselves out of the equation in any way that makes us uncomfortable or challenge us to grow or see that dark side of us that may be the problem. And again, that comes from years of having it our way. We get on this dating scene and we deal with women that need us, desperate for some type of attention or something like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even predatory. She just still healing or whatever. And we never see that as a problem because we single and anything goes. But again, you setting yourself up to fail with the one that's going to matter.
Facts. And I think, too, just to add to a little bit to what both of y'all were saying, too, I think we mess up where we'll think a woman is nagging when she's really not. She's just simply voicing her concerns or voicing her frustrations or something that you're not doing. Facts. A lot of times it's simple things, but we don't want to listen to it. Are you tripping? We brushing her to the side? And, those little things start adding up and adding up and adding up. And then we want to get mad when she start blowing up on us and, she may step out. Now she going out a little bit. Now she going seek some attention somewhere else because you're not providing it at home. So I think that's one thing, too, men got to realize, it's not always your woman nagging. Sit down and listen to her and really understand where she's coming from when she's talking to you.
And that's, bro, even nagging is a blessing.
Right. Because she cares.
Yeah.
Right. I had to learn that, too. Yeah. Throughout my process. Yep. That means she cares.
You really fucked up when she stopped talking.
Indifference is 10 times worse than hate.
What?
10 times worse than hate. Indifference, where your woman just gets to a point where, you know what, babe, I don't give a damn. You can stay out however late you want to. I don't care. You want to text her? Okay, hey, do what you want to do. It's all good.
You don't even want the pussy no more. I don't feel good no more. God damn.
That's real rap. You know what I'm saying? So again, for just to wrap this thing up for any dudes listening, man, it's real easy to look outside of your relationship and analyze women who you deal with in moderation. Yep. And prep her up or prop her up on this pedestal compared to your woman that deal with you 24/7. Because I guarantee you be thinking that grass greener, but that shit is artificial turf for real. You get rid of your woman who been there 24/7, who been rocking with you, been doing her thing. Get with that woman who you feel like is going to give me everything I wanted to drop of a dime. I guarantee you the 24/7 version of that woman on the outside is going to give you a rude awakening.